What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Jeremiah back with another video, and today we are back with the Cleveland Browns rebuild. This is episode 3. We ended off on week 10. So yeah, we then did mostly everything. We then did our training. We ended off on week 9, but I went ahead and sent them to the week 10. We're 5-3, third place in the division. We need to start winning games, because we can still cap in a wild card round. Our goal for the season is to make the playoffs, but obviously I'm trying to go farther than that. So let's see how far we can get in this episode. Hope you guys do. If you guys do enjoy this video, be sure you smack that like button and the subscribe button so you never can miss when I post. Also, I have a special video coming soon about me playing the Madden 24 beta, so watch out for that. And I hope you guys enjoy the video.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He's ready to get right back to it after the bye. It's the Dolphins and the Browns, and it comes your way next.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Stadium in Miami. Today we hit week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Miami Dolphins. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Dolphins in our ball game here. They have a tremendous aerial attack, one of the best in the league. But they're going to face a stiff test here.
I don't think that they'll face a tougher test all season long because this is the #1 defense in the NFL. A team that puts a lot of pressure on a quarterback. And we know from talking to both of these teams, neither of them's going to back down from this challenge.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And here comes the Miami offense now, and it's the Southpaw in his 3rd season at the wheel for the Fins. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. First carry for Raheem Mostert. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So Miami coming out for their second drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think...
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they're trying to get it all back in one shot. Trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson. Complete. This is Lewis. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Watson. Touchdown. Elijah Moore. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The York on now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was finished off by Elijah Moore on the touchdown reception. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And he's got to be seeing ghosts here early on. He's thrown 2 passes. Both have been intercepted. 1 run back for a touchdown. Work to do as they begin 1st and 10.
Green, switch, yellow, red, go.
They'll begin things here with Gaskin. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Really nice play there by Perrion Winfrey, getting through the blockers and making sure to stick him behind the line of scrimmage. They go back to the ground. And oh, he coughed it up. And I think the Browns got it. They did. He's now lost fumbles in back-to-back weeks. And, of course, you remember last week's game, such a close affair. That hurt him.
Hurt him in a big way, and it is so key to take care of the ball because, remember, the team making the fewest mistakes usually wins the game. So you got to take care of the ball, lock it away, high and tight, as you often hear from running back coaches. 4 points of pressure, fingertips, forearm, biceps, sternum, or chest. Put it away.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and down. Back to throw, Watson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, it's fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's It's a safety.
I'm not sure they mentioned it as a goal during the week or even talked about it in pregame, but the way they're playing right now, they want this game out of reach by halftime. Not only does the safety just demoralize the opposing offense, now your guys can run out there and try to add another 6 to their lead.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And this one is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Watson. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They get this out quickly to the left side. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
From the 50, it's Watson. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Watson looks to throw again. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Browns will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Tua now on first down. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Hey.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From midfield, here's Tua. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
On the return is Jones. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Now, the midterm elections are now concluded, and I think we can all breathe a sigh of relief for that. But now it's time for midterm football. Well, we've moved past the unofficial halfway point of the season, and we got a couple of good matchups in the night games here in Week 10. Tonight it's North versus South in California, the Chargers and Niners from Santa Clara. And then tomorrow, Monday night, it's both Charles's birthday, happy early birthday, buddy, and the first primetime appearance for the Commanders as they travel up to Philly to take on the Eagles. A lot going on. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. To the air yet again, Watson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. And this one's incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball in a passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a 1st down. From the red zone now, Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Elijah Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns continue to pull away here in this first half. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Tua now on 1st down. Left, and he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to pass. Tua. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley Cox. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. That quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that third down snap.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So maybe some signs of life. This isn't any defense. They've been all over the map here in this first half, but they're coming through with a big play.
And sometimes that one play is what you need. And it sounds overly simple, but this is a team that were close to being down and out before halftime. So to come back and return the interception for a touchdown, that's big.
Yeah, maybe it can serve, Charles, like you were alluding to, as a little bit of a wake-up call for them. We'll see. Pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded right around the 8. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Cleveland offense making their way out. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. They get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now Tua. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Center's kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Now for the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Now a first down throw, Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Watson. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. He's got his receiver, Cooper. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
To his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. To throw is Watson. Uncorks one for Davis. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there. Watson now to throw. Touchdown, Browns. Amari Cooper from 10 yards out. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. York now for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this right after the touchdown to extend their lead. Now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a miss hit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
From the 44, Tua going for the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 47 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Mostert. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
Holding offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy, no matter what.
And he loses the football the second time. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And the ball is free. Taylor lost it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
It's not exactly round and round we go, but I'm looking at the poor defenses. All right, back-to-back possessions. The ball's turned over.
Back-to-back plays.
I mean, just that quickly. And you think you're going to the bench to get a little break, and all of a sudden you're hearing sudden change. Get back out there. Grabbing your helmets and running back out on the field. I don't think it's going to affect them much now. But if this keeps up, you're going to have 2 very angry defenses. You want the offense to take care of the ball.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. It got his man, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. Throw left side complete. That's more. Touchdown. Deshaun Watson. 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Browns take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, This one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really...
Touchdown, Browns! It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Browns get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And that flag's on Myles Garrett, and we know he's got a nose for getting after the quarterback, but that time, even though he's going to protest it a little bit, he's a step late, and they hit him with the penalty.
Two are going to hand this to Gaskin. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. This offense so far on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop it for an 8-yard loss. Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. It's Hill, complete. And he will have a Dolphins first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long. Tua now on first down. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 28 yards. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Mostert trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Mostert, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Smith red, blue check, opposite, green, switch, yellow, check right.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. The 4th down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. And they take a knee. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow. And for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour. And something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, Everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. He'll remember this one.
Well, after this game, I think we have the team that been practicing, over the bye week, 46-20, and we're 6-3 now. Now what you gotta hope the Ravens lose and we'll go to second place. We have a challenge next week in the Bills. Maybe it's because the Dolphins are 2-8. I don't know, maybe. But they have an 87 overall defense. We have a 76 overall offense. Our offense played stellar. Defense played even better. Stephon Gilmore, 2 back-to-back picks. And yeah, ready. We got a practice squad player. So wow. I didn't coming into this game. I was expecting the game to be close. I didn't expect, the game to be like that. But 24-0, second quarter. That's wow. And I hope and pray we can keep this up come playoff time, because soon the actual playoff picture will come out. Let's see this thing like. Yeah, 2 more weeks, then the actual playoff picture is gonna release. Week 11, we play the Buffalo Bills. Our next few weeks aren't gonna be easy. Well, besides week 13, but we have to play the Bills, the Bucks, Texans, and Bengals. I mean, coming from out, because we did just move up to second place in the division. So, yeah. We do play the 6-3 Buffalo. We're 6-3 ourselves. Should be a good game. We should be an interesting one. Can't wait to see who wins. Hey, Mama.
It's a bubble.
Bubble?
It's a bubble.
It's week 11 of the NFL, and the spotlight is on Nick Chubb. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the Bills and the Browns, and it's coming up next.
We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Buffalo Bills. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bills in this matchup, you figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and they totally understand it, not just by running the numbers, but those numbers do play into it because you've got one of the better passing offenses in the league, a top 10 unit, going up against one of the poor defenses in the league. So I think we're going to see these guys take some shots downfield. But right from the start, I expect them to attack and get right after them.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. And we see the Bills offense take the field here at quarterback, Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both, and at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Allen looking to throw it right at the outset. Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets into the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Allen going to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Browns on their way out now for the first time, and we'll also get a look at the player brought in from Houston to run this offense, and that's Deshaun Watson.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they're going to get this up to midfield. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From midfield, here's Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. And again, it's Allen. this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Finding Knox there. Complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Chubb on the counter. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. To the air, Allen looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Browns are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
There was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Allen. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
So here are the Browns to take over. They were winners over the Dolphins last week. They are on top right now as well as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. He's got it with the 15. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss. I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first. I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone. Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought of a return here for Hines. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this goal line?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground. And now a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Allen now looks to throw. Touchdown, Bills! Stephon Diggs from 8 yards out. And the Bills are on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is down to 4. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Browns now going to take over late in this 1st half. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this. Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again for the 41. Throwing again is Watson. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line. To the air yet again, Watson. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Watson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Watson now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
York able to send this one through. Well, an uncommon way to get there, but nevertheless, that makes our score 14-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We start up at M&T Bank Stadium, Carolina, paying the rare visit to take on Baltimore. And the Panthers are out in front as they play the second quarter. Carson Wentz has thrown a couple of touchdown passes there. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. A couple of touchdown strikes there from Justin Fields. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Terry McLaurin, a touchdown catch in that first half. On to a look at the next-gen stats for the Browns in that first half. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half. Final adjustments being made for the second half. So with that, we get you back up to Orchard Park and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Throwing on third down, Watson, and that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. Escaping the pressure right. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. From the 38, Allen finds Hines again for the completion. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And the timing a bit off that. Falls to the ground. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Allen to throw once more. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On play action, Allen. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, 41 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from evening this one up. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Bass on for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And the Browns getting set to go. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was...
Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. There's just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, the running crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Here's Allen. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bills have scored again in this 3rd quarter. This time to move out in front. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Micah Hyde comes flying in from safety for the sack. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Watson. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Watson looks to throw again. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 19. A good pickup there at 22. From the red zone now, Watson. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Gabriel Davis from a yard out. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. On first down, Allen fighting Hilton on the slant. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Looking to throw on second down. Allen flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Allen going to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Chubb diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
After the touchdown pass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, and bringing it in, it's Davis. Finding space at the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Pass complete to Taylor. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. First down now, but the clock continues to move. To throw, Watson. He'll find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Nice, well coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. Watson to throw. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Here's Watson. Pass caught. It's Davis on the crossing route. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And this is caught. He hits more. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A 10-play drive that time.
And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. The Bills getting set to go.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the Bills going to be the first to get it as we are back underway here in overtime. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Allen now looks to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
Here's Jones. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 23. First throw in OT for Watson. Got a man here, it's Bryant. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Watson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Von Miller in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. His throw incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. 3rd and long, it's Watson. They will find Davis, that's complete. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 44-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
Now Watson. He's got the connection to Moore. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
Again, he finds Moore. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage you gain there really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my own coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
Oh, that's so deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just give me a shot. Just put us in a position to win the game, and I'll get it done. With this kick, not on target, and we'll keep going here.
Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
Holding offense.
Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Allen. A quick throw knocked away. Incomplete. Third and very long. Are you cautious here?
I think you have to be, because the first mantra of any football game is don't lose it. Then you give yourself a chance to win it. And if you go ahead and force something now, take a big shot that doesn't pay off, you didn't help your defense out at all.
Yeah, especially here in overtime. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. On 1st and 10, Watson. Flush to his right. And this one too low. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So into overtime and all the way to the end of overtime, they have a chance to win it. Couldn't convert on the field goal, and we end in the very rare tie.
Don't see it very often. We did discuss it as we began overtime that because it's a regular season game, we're going to play that last quarter. And if no one scores or however, if it finishes in a tie, that's it. But boy, how bad do you feel for it?
So just like how I said earlier, I knew this game was going to be a challenge, you know. But, yeah, it was a challenge. Told you guys it was gonna be a fight to get a winner, and both of us fought so hard, nobody got a winner. So the division standings is about to be very, very weird. Now coming in for week 12. Since we tied, we're gonna move down to third place, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but it ain't the best. Most definitely not the best. We need to win a lot of games if we want to make this. If we want to cap in the wild card. So yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah. I mean, we played the 3-7 Bucks. We played the Texans after this, then the Bengals. Doubt we gonna beat the Bengals, but if we do, I'm pretty sure we probably have a chance to go to first place, even with the Bengals winning. Though I say so. Wait, we win our next 4 games, we go up to first place automatically. I just know it. So we need to be on our A game. So yeah. Be right back. Okay. Hey, Mama. Hmm? Mm-hmm.
For the National Football League. And up next, it's Deshaun Watson. As he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Browns and the Buccaneers. Next on Madden NFL 23.
Huh? Uh-huh.
EA Sports coverage
Mama,
of the National Football
give me a
League
hug.
has its defense energy stadium kicking off. Today, it's week 12 of the NFL season as we begin at 1-3
Mama.
between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our home side in this one, they're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not what
Uh-huh.
they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Maybe they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more. The big thing is to make sure the quarterback doesn't have his hands open to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
I love you.
The final play.
Mama, go. Give me a hug. Give me a kid.
Upon us, it's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. The return is Jones from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage is solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Browns on their way out now for the first time, and we'll also get a look at the player brought in from Houston to run this offense, and that's Deshaun Watson. First play, Watson in the air. Looking left side, it's caught by Moore.
Ooh, so nasty boy.
It's a gain of 34.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season is going on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
This incomplete downfield on the left side. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Watson on first down. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down. On second and 10, Watson. Oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rate it in. Again, it's Watson. He finds his man, it's Jones. And he gets it inside the 10. A terrific opening drive has been knocking on the door, first and goal. They'll try and run through with Fournette.
And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, and they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves. Stick it in the end zone on a running play.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. That time a 6-play drive. And the man finished it off with a run into the end zone, looking for it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Amir Smith-Marsh set now for his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Bringing him out, the third overall pick from way back in 2008. A guy now in his 15th NFL season, Matt Ryan.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's coming at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Now Ryan on first down. Otten brings it in over the middle. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Ryan now to throw on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. Now it's Watson. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson, he'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. To the air yet again. Watson steps away. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They are coming off the game last week, which was a very interesting game in Charles. Ultimately, it ended in a tie.
And that's difficult on teams because, let's face it, Brian, they just don't know how to do it. I mean, who does? Did you win? No. Did you lose? No. Because when you win, you jump up and down. Life's good. When you lose, you set your face in that stone look so that you show that you weren't hurt. I think it's one of those things at the end of the year you find out just how you're supposed to feel about that tie. Did it help you or hurt you in the standings? Then you'll know what you really should have felt that game.
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. Through one quarter, 14-7.